think we're on, maybe, hopefully. So, neon goats, that sounds interesting. Yep. So, now, I have a confession. I had this all cut out ready to go, and I woke up this morning and I automatically started sewing. So, done a little bit and I got some clipped, but this is the neon goats print. So, it's going to fold in half, so it will be the right way up, both sides. But we're just going to work our way through and finish up. So hopefully it'll all go okay. So yeah, right, I did think ahead and I filled up an extra bobbin, so we shouldn't have to do that, which is always good. Pre-planning. Alright, so put my machine on. It's always a good place to start. I know, it looks cool though. Yeah, I did think about doing something different, but then I was like, I've planned this, I've advertised this, we're just going to go ahead with what we've got. So, yeah, it is what it is. Is the video a bit better this time round? I think we've managed to try and put it up to 1080p, but I don't know if that's actually worked. Sorry, also my ticks have been a bit worse this evening, so if you hear any odd pops and clicks, that would be why. They do usually settle down when I've been sewing. I think it looks better, not 100% though, as my screen is tiny. I've got to trim this one as well. Yeah, it looks much better. Awesome. I have no idea what I'm doing, so if there's anything that needs adjusting, just let me know and I'll get Sam to sort it out for me. Tech support. Oh, double-sided tape strikes again. Whoop, tech support. Yeah. Definitely. Come on. There we go. Double-sided tape is the bane of my existence. And yet I rely so heavily on it. There we go. And the other side, I've got to strip this one now as well. It's just this skinny one, it's so much harder to peel. It's a different brand to my other ones and it's just that bit more difficult. I'm having a bad internet day, so I don't know how behind I'll be. That's cool. I probably won't see it until like 10 minutes after you've actually said it anyway, because I'm terrible at trying to keep up with chat. But I'm liking that I've got the little chat on the screen now. I think that's kind of funky. Although I might need to work on the spacing a bit because it looks like it's running into my little working on text. Alright, so I just top stitch this on now. Thank you. Need to sharpen my snips a little bit. They're starting to go a little blunt. Right, so I actually know where my tester cards are today, so I can actually test these out. It's always nice. Yeah. Although the pattern's pretty good, there's a reasonable amount of space on it, so the chance you'd have to really mess up your seam allowances for them not to fit. Okay, so I'll put that to the side and I'll work on the centre coin pocket. There we go, see that one's much easier. Oh, go. There tape off that. Centre that. And just using the double-sided tape to gauge my seam allowance on that. Put this that way, might be a bit easier. And just top stitch that on. Put my needle down and slide my pull. The other side on. See, this tape's so much easier. It's a teeny tiny skinny tape. It's just awkward. I don't know, it might be my hands. Other people might not find it anywhere near as difficult, but it is what it is. Love the neon goat's print. I know, it's awesome, isn't it? Although this is the last of it, I'm going to have to reorder. I've only got a tiny amount left because apparently other people like it too, which is awesome. Oh, just move that out of the way. Oh, I just noticed. Oh, thank you. Thank you for following. Alright, we're back to the skinny tape, so bear with me. Right, which side do we want to be the front? I think I like the little tongue sticking out, so we'll do that as the front. There we go. Okay. Right, let's try that again. Stream is lagging a bit. Not sure if it's my internet, but it keeps dropping out. I have no idea. My internet's been a bit iffy. So I don't know. It might be on my end. Trim these down. Try and keep on top of these as I go. So now we've just got tape on the sides. I realised I put tape on both sides of this again. That wasn't very smart, was it? stream is really struggling. I honestly have no idea how to fix that. Might be a bit much upload speed, my bad. I have no idea, and I don't know how to adjust that. So I can hear you fine, but no video. Right, we're gonna pop it on this. Alright. Okay. Hopefully this will be a bit better. If you let me know. And then we can adjust from there if needs be. Teething problems, that's all good stuff. He'll get it sorted through trial and error. Thank you. Thank you for understanding and having any kind of idea what's happening, because for the most part I don't. There we go. So that sounds like I've changed it to 720. If you say so. As I say, completely lost, no idea. Alright, so that's the inside of our pocket done. Or inside of our wallet. So we've got 4 card slots, 4 card slots, and then a zipper coin pocket with a little bonus ID slot, I guess. You can use it for anything really. Right, I'm going to switch to my skinny foot for this, I think, because I just think that will make life a little easier. Perfect. If you get a chance, you could check. That's that. Yep, that's the sound. I have no idea what that's going to be. Come on. There we go. There we go. That'll just be easier to get in here close to the zipper teeth without breaking anything. I do slot. I don't know. Let's cope with that one. Alright. Come on. Let's just get that nice and lined up. Oh yeah, ID slot going. Now how to cope with that one. Yes and no. I am and I'm not. As long as it's to hand, I don't mind. If it's in and lost with all my other ones, I get a little panicked and flustered. So like this one's okay for me because it's clearly separated and I can find it easily. But if it was just in with the rest of the card slots, then I'd probably get flustered and panicked. I also have worked it out that my little card holders, I sewed a couple up last week. They have a clear ID pocket for the most part, and they actually fit in all of my larger purses, with the idea that you can have your larger purse for day to day, and then if you're just popping out to the shops quickly or going night out or something, you can just grab the smaller one and not have to worry. And when you're back, you can just chuck it back in your big purse again and you won't have lost anything. Come on. Sit flat. There you go. Just line that up, home stretch. So where's my marking? Okay. And we'll just carry on around the other side. Line it up. There we go. Zip it into that. There we go. It seems more stable now, at least. That's good. And I hope it's not too bad quality. Come on. So, where's my... So I'm going to get my pink hinges. Oh. There we go. My hands do not like getting into scissors. And I'm just going to take some of the bulk out of these corners. I'm not cutting the zipper tape though, because the zipper tape frays like crazy when it's cut. So we don't want that. There we go. I'm just gonna fold my zipper down so that we get a nice clean edge to top stitch. Come on. There we go. So I'm just folding the zipper teeth back so that it sits nice and flat on the inside. And I don't have to tuck it about too much when I'm trying to top stitch. There we go. Actually, run just a little line of tape on here just to keep it, just to keep it nice and stuck where we haven't sewn it down. There we go. Just pop a clip there and pop that one back there. And we'll do the same on the other side. As I say, I completely rely on double-sided tape in all kinds of sewing. It just keeps it nicely in place and stops it shifting. There we go. I'll make sure my clips the right way up. There we go. I'll just repeat the same on the other side. Sorry, I'm not talking so much today. I mean, that could be considered a good thing. But there we go. Right, I'm just gonna pop a bit of tape on this and we're gonna put our D-ring in so that we can attach it to a wristlet. Right, which side do I want this on really? I'll probably put it on this side, I think. So I'm just going to slide that in. Pop it about there. Yeah, that'll be good. And then we're going to top stitch all around here to keep it all nicely in place. And just do some hand cranking around those corners to make sure they're as neat as possible. Make sure that's tucked in nice. Where's my needle? Ah. That's what happens when I don't pay attention to my D-ring. Let's just trim that. Right, I'm going to pop it on the brake and I'm just going to switch my needle out. So I'm going to have to dig around to find them and that's probably going to be quite noisy. Right, there we go. Yeah, always be aware of where your D-rings are. Because that is not the first time and it will not be the last time I've broken a needle sewing over a piece of metal. There we go. And we'll just back stitch over that. There we go. Come on. I think I didn't pop my bobbin back in properly. No, I did not. There we go. Come on. Did my need? Good timing for this, isn't it? Yeah. What are you doing? There we go. There we go. Right. Sorry about that. Make sure I get all my threads. There we go. Right. Now, what are we doing? We want to bring our... There we go. Right. Now, I'm going to pop some glue down, but I'm also going to cheat a little bit and just stick some tape over it to speed up since I'm live. Usually I would use glue and just leave it to dry, but using them to cut duct tape. Not that it matters too much, but we're just going to butterfly that seam. There we go. And that will hold it in place while the glue dries. We just bring our pull in a little. There we go. That's sitting okay. There we go. So now we just need to pop our inside liner in. Alright, so again we're going to use a bunch of double-sided tape. Right, so we'll start with the front. And I'm just calling the front the one with the ID window on the coin pouch, because I feel like that's what you'd want at the front. It doesn't particularly matter which way round, but that's just how we're doing it. I'll do the other, pop the tape on the other side while I'm at it as well. And obviously, rather than using tape, you could use glue for all of this, or just a lot of clips and pins and faith. But I don't trust my clips to keep everything still without moving. Just trim my tape off around the corners. Oh, I think you jinxed it, Nibsel. Has it been cutting out again? Come on. Thicker stuff's supposed to be easier to peel. And I cut my liner a little big, so I'm going to have to trim that down. But it's easier to trim down after than cut it too small initially. Stuff. And then literally all I'm doing is going right over my stitching from before, just to sew that lining down. As I say, my lining is a little bigger than my exterior, so I'll just trim that down after I've got it all sewn down. But just doing it a little big means that I'm not going to miss it. And we'll just back tack a little there. There we go. There we go. And as I say, those corners are just a little big, so they're going to need trimming down, but we've just tapped that side of the lining in. So now we just need to flip it over and do it on the other side. Come on. Flip that over and stuck it to itself. There we go. There we go. Alright. We're just going to bring that up. Stick that in there. Again, we're going to need to trim those corners down because they're a little big, but for the most part, that's all good. And we're just going to do exactly the same and sew round it again. And I'm going to do the back tack again because it's just so much easier. Than getting in close to the zipper and the D-ring and potentially breaking another needle. There we go. There we go. I'm just going to grab my scissors and trim down the corners and we'll be done. As neat as possible, just because otherwise they get caught in that zipper if we don't trim them. There we go. And on the other side. And while I'm at it, I'll just trim this down so that it sits nicely in there. I should just adjust my pattern ever so slightly because this bit always needs adjusting, but I just find it's easier just to do it on here because if you cut it too big, there's no going back. If you cut it too small, you can always adjust it. So I just leave it and then adjust as I go because each wallet comes out different. They're all unique. And that's the joy of handmade. There we go. Now, so if we just tuck our zip round, give it a bit of a memory crease. So now, when you open up your wallet, you've got hard slots. You've got the front. So zip it up. And you've got your finished wallet. That D-ring, it still wants to tuck in. There we go. We're going to have to train that so it sticks out a bit better. So we got that. So, and then if I grab, where is it? Here it is. So we got matching wristlet. Made that look easy. Practice. There you go. So you can carry it using your wristlet, or you can attach it to any number of things really. A little tether on your bag or whatever so you don't lose it. Yeah. Thank you for joining. And sorry we had a few technical issues, but I'm hoping it stayed together relatively relatively well, and you could kind of at least follow a little bit along. Yeah. So this is ready for my market. I've got an online market on Friday that I'm going to be selling these at. So yeah, all my links are in my bio. If you could check that out, that'd be awesome. So, thank you. Bye.